From architecture to painting and sculpture, literature to live music and theater. Radio 111 presents Bonnie G and Brian Mendoza with The Desert Scene, your connection to culture and entertainment in the desert cities. Here's Bonnie and Brian.
And welcome to The Desert Scene. I'm Bonnie G here with Brian Mendoza, my producer and cohort. We're so happy to welcome to the show today Glenn Roseblum, who I love this bio. He is described as a busy celebrity talent broker, lecturer, vocalist, actor, and musical mensch. I love that. Hi, Glenn. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just a hyphenate.
Yes, a Renaissance man. That's what I like. I like that term because I wear a lot of hats too. So
okay,
I love that.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's good. I will accept that, Bonnie.
Okay. All right. So we just recently spoke to your buddy, Eileen Graff, and this show sounds so exciting. Coming up Thursday, June 23rd, 7 p.m. at CV Rep. Broadway Showstoppers, the musicals of the 1970s. So tell us a little bit about how this, she said you guys did this years ago, I guess on a cruise ship. It's just sort of the first rendition of it, basically.
Yeah, Eileen and I met on the high seas on Crystal Cruises, even though in L.A. I think we lived a 5-minute walk from one another, but we never met each other there. Mm-hmm. And I was lecturing about musical theater and performing a cabaret act, which I'm also doing at CV Rep. Mm-hmm. And I also did an hour with Eileen talking about her Broadway career on Crystal Cruises. So this evening that we're doing on June 23rd is sort of a hybrid of my lectures about musicals of the 70s, and then, to quote Mr. Manuel, she was in the room where it happened, you know. She was on Broadway in the 70s from show to show. So I just love that she's going to be able to share what it was like being in that gritty city in the 70s.
Yeah. So I want to go back here. So you have a Bachelor of Arts degree in theater from School of Theater, Film, and Television at UCLA. So what was your... when you were young, what was your goal at that time? Did you have the goal, I'm going to be a Renaissance man and do all these different things? Or did you want to be an actor first? Or how did your career sort of evolve?
I think I wanted to be an actor first. Mm-hmm. You know, I wanted to be the next Joel Grey or the next Anthony Newley. And I hightailed it right to New York when I graduated in 1982, and I hit the pavement. I hit that pavement, you know, auditioning, going to cattle calls, that kind of thing. And, of course, also always having a survival job, as we do.
Yes.
I cleaned apartments.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that was my trajectory, as they say. But you know, goals change and life changes. Yeah. And I started branching out. And so, what was your first new branch? My first new branch, when I moved back to LA in 1989. I worked for a company that managed celebrities, but also booked celebrities for personal appearances and endorsements. Mm-hmm. So I learned that business, and it gave me an insight to the business and to both sides of the coin, as it is, both the artist side and the agent side, in a way. You know, I acted like I was a broker. I was able to go to any talent agency and hook a celebrity up with an ad agency or a PR firm. Mm-hmm. And I still do that. I have my own company called Celebrity Access Incorporated, and I still do it, and I'm my own business now. It's me, myself, and I, and my 3 dogs.
Wow. Okay. And so do you ever find it challenging kind of juggling all of your hats? And you also go around and you still do lectures about the business here and there?
No, I don't. You know what's so interesting? During the pandemic, I think the secret got out that it's quite easy to be your own boss and work at home.
Right.
And once people realize that they don't have to sit in an office with maybe someone staring at them, are you really working?
Right.
You get more done.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
And I see also you got an honor. BroadwayWorld.com called you the new Prince of Los Angeles Cabaret. Wow, that's...
How do you like that?
Yeah. Were you surprised by that?
I was shocked, Bonnie, because I had never done a cabaret show before in my life. I admired the art form, but I always thought it would be the scariest thing on earth. Mm-hmm. But a friend challenged me to put an act together, which I did. And you know what? I had the best time.
Yeah.
And, and, well, you're a performer. You know it's really kind of fun.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's the show that I'm going to be doing again on August 11th at the CV Rep. Mm-hmm. Glenn Roseblum is the musical man.
Yes.
Going to share my obsession with musicals.
You know, I was asking Eileen the same question. Somebody once told me, and I know it wasn't him, he got it from someone else, that the art of cabaret is being yourself on stage on purpose. And I thought that was so interesting.
What? That is so excellent. And, I think that I passed the test because I am myself, and you get to know who I am. And those are the most interesting cabaret shows, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely. You want to know a little bit more about that person when you leave than you did when you came in.
Exactly. You know, I took a master class with one of my idols, Barbara Cook. May she rest in peace.
Oh, yeah, she was great.
And Barbara Cook told the class, you know what? There are a million people who can sing and can carry a tune. Right. But there aren't a million people who can tell a story while doing it. Right. And I thought that was the most profound. It's so simple, isn't it? It feels like, yes. Of course, that makes the most sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. But not everyone does it well.
Right, and it's not always about the notes, and it's not always about the instrument. You know, there's many singers in their later years, their voices aren't what they used to be, but it doesn't matter because they can still tell a story, and that's what you care about.
Exactly. You'd rather and I've heard this from other people, I'd rather hear someone with maybe not the most perfect voice, but somebody that's engaging and riveting and tells a great story than a perfect voice, but somebody leaves you cold. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. But I think the epitome of that was the fabulous singer Mabel Mercer. Not the best voice on earth, but boy, was she riveting.
Yeah.
Those, you're just wonderful. If anyone listening out there doesn't know who she is, Google Mabel Mercer.
So, and I'm guessing that the things we just talked about, when you get a chance to go see someone else, when you have time off and you get to go see another musical performer, is that what you're looking for to see and hear, to be moved, to hear a story that's interesting?
It's true. Yeah, I want to learn something about that performer that I didn't know before I walked in. And it doesn't mean that you need to know their entire life story, but you want to have connected with them.
Yes.
Like you had a cocktail or you had lunch with them and you learned something.
Yeah.
Those are the best evenings.
Yeah. So I'm looking.
Don't you think, Bonnie? Those are the greatest.
Absolutely. No question. So I'm looking at some of the musical comedy roles you've done. Nathan and Guys and Dolls, I did Adelaide years and years and years ago. Seymour and Little Shop of Horrors. Was there one role that stands out for you that was sort of your favorite when you look back?
Oh, I would have to say Seymour and Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
Little Shop of Horrors, it's just such a perfect musical. It's so funny, clever, witty. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful. And all the Seymours graduate to Mr. Mushnick as they get older. Now I'm auditioning for Mr. Mush. It happens.
Yeah, it happens. But what's great is that there are roles that you can graduate to. There are roles, especially in musical comedy. There are roles for folks, both men and women, who start getting a little bit older, which is really nice to hear. Yeah. So we're looking for now about piano. Real quick, piano. Were you self-taught on piano, or did you take years of lessons?
No, self-taught.
Wow.
At age 3, I sat down and started playing the piano. If I could hear it, I could play it.
Wow.
And if I could hum it, I could play it. So my parents, and I talk about this in my show, The Musical Man, my parents would take me to see musicals practically every week. I grew up right outside of New York City, and then I'd come home at age 4 and play the entire score of On a Clear Day You Could See Forever.
Oh,
I was one of those kids.
Gosh, that's my partner Eric's. He's a self-taught pianist and plays professionally, and it really makes me sick sometimes, because I took lessons for 8 years, and all I can do is pound out jingle bells. I mean, I can read music, but I don't have. I don't have that kind of gift, so I admire you. Well, Glenn, I'm looking. This show looks so exciting. Coming up Thursday, June 23rd, 7 p.m. Glenn Roseblum with Eileen Graff, Broadway Showstoppers, the musicals of the 1970s. You can get tickets at cvrep.org. Thank you so much for being here. What a joy speaking with you. And break a leg. Have a wonderful show.
Thank you. This was so much fun. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I hope to see you soon.
Me too. I hope maybe I can make it to the show. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. And thank all of you for listening. We'll be back next time on The Desert Scene.